I've had iPads rubbed against my eye. I've been stung from fumes before. So you want to know if eyelash extensions are safe. I get it. Sharp tweezers, glue near your eye. As a nurse, lash artist, and more importantly, a longtime wearer of eyelash extensions, I can assure you it's
not as bad or as scary as you think.
In this video, I'm going to be chatting with you about the risks of eyelash extensions and what to be concerned about and what to do about it. Let's just be clear, your safety is in the hands of your lash technician, and it all comes down to the level of their skill and knowledge. If your lash tech is new, uninformed, then you might be in trouble. So here are a few things to look out for. The first thing is the safety around glue. If you didn't know, eyelash glue is like a medical grade super glue. Yes, it's the same kind as crazy glue, but it's formulated a bit differently. This type of glue is less toxic and more flexible. That being said, there's still associated costs. One thing people may freak out about is the toxicity of the glue. Although the newer and improved glues don't contain formaldehyde, which is a toxic compound, the fumes from the glue creates trace amounts of it when exposed to the air. In trace amounts, it won't affect your health, but you can be allergic to it. The good lash techs use a teensy-weensy amount of glue for each extension applied, but if you want to minimize your exposure to it, try getting your lashes done in a room that is well ventilated. And since we use such a tiny amount of glue, there really is no way for your eyes to get glued shut, just in case you're wondering. Other fume-related concerns are chemical burns and dry eyes. A chemical burn happens when large amounts of fumes from the glue enters your eye, causing a slight burning sensation, itchiness, and watery eyes. If you feel any weird sensations, just let your lash tech know so she can make sure your eyes are fully closed. And dry eyes happen when fumes again enter your eye. You can feel the dryness right after the application or after long-term wear of lash extensions. For both a chemical burn and dry eyes, you can see your eye doctor who can prescribe you eye drops and make recommendations. Another safety concern you might have is the tweezers. They look sharp, they probably are sharp, and you're afraid of getting poked in the eye. Totally valid concern, but remember that most of the time your eyes should be closed during application, meaning if you do get poked in the eye by accident, it's likely your eyelid and not in your eye. No lash tech should be constantly poking you, if at all, and if she is, just know that there's lash techs that do not poke you at all, okay? The third safety issue is about the eye pads. It's a cloth-like pad with a gel underside applied to your lower lid to separate your bottom lashes from your top. If it's applied too close to your eyeball or if it slides up during the process, it can rub against your eyeball. You might not feel it and your lash tech may not be aware of it, but if you do feel uncomfortable at all, kind of like your eyes feel a little bit sore, then let your lash tech know so she can reposition it. If it's really rubbing, then you could be at risk for a corneal abrasion, which is like a scratch on your eye. If this happens to you, just go see your eye doctor who can prescribe eye drops to prevent any eye infections. So what about the eyelash extensions themselves? If your lash tech selects ones that are too heavy for your natural lashes, they can potentially flip upside down as they grow out and poke you in the eye, again causing a corneal abrasion. But it can also potentially stunt the growth of your natural eyelashes, causing them to grow out more sparse, thin, and short. And this brings me to the most frequently asked question out there. Can eyelash extensions cause damage to your lashes? Really quickly, yes they can if applied improperly, and the damage can be either temporary or permanent. Temporary damage occurs when the extensions are too heavy, like I just described. Two ways that you can tell if your extensions are too heavy is if one, they feel heavy on your eyes, which they shouldn't. They should feel lightweight and barely there. Or two, your lashes sound crunchy or they feel stiff, which means your lash tech may be using too much glue, overloading your natural lashes. On the other hand, permanent damage can occur, not always though, when natural lashes or eyelash extensions are stuck together when they shouldn't be. A sign of this is when you brush your eyelash extensions and you feel like your lashes are being tugged or they don't comb out smoothly, especially if you just got a refill. So sometimes if you're on about your third week, the buildup of makeup and residue makes the lashes stuck together, and it's not really the extensions or the lashes that are stuck together. So there's a bit of a difference. Lashes stuck together prematurely pulls out a lash out of its follicle, causing damage, and potentially that lash could never grow back. That's why it's so important to go to a professional and a well-educated lash tech who knows what they're doing. By the way, if you guys are learning so much right now, comment down below. I'm loving it. The fourth thing you should know when it comes to the safety of eyelash extensions is that you can develop an allergic reaction. It isn't the life-threatening kind, but it can be annoying. The reaction is called contact dermatitis, and I know it sounds scary, kind of looks scary too, but it's when the skin and eyeball become inflamed, swollen, and red, and sometimes itchy. It may sound like the same signs as when the fumes from the glue enter your eye, but it's different in that you have swelling in this case, and the severity of the symptoms are worse because it's an immunal response, meaning your body is reacting internally to the threat versus being a superficial irritation as with the fumes. One thing to note is that if you do get an allergic reaction, it's most likely a reaction from the glue. And the way a reaction works is that you probably won't react the first time you get eyelash extensions. It's usually after repeated exposures to the glue, and the signs will likely appear hours after getting your lashes done. If you have an allergic reaction, don't panic. It looks scarier than it is. Just make sure to tell your lash tech, take a Benadryl, and give it a few days to subside. If it gets worse or you're concerned, you can go see a doctor. Most likely your lash tech will want to remove your eyelash extensions, but you can actually keep them on. I'm pretty sure I got this information from Paul and Tessany from the Lashcast podcast. I'll link the episode down below. But the idea is that if you're allergic to the glue, you're most likely allergic to it in its wet form when the active ingredient isn't fully cured or dried. Once we apply eyelash extensions, the glue is fully cured in a matter of minutes. If the lash tech removes the glue, the remover is then breaking down the glue and potentially re-exposing you to what you were allergic to in the first place. And this can make the reaction worse. Bear with me guys, we're almost there. This next point is worth listening to, and it addresses the concerns of infection. So we have to talk about cleaning your eyelash extensions. It's the duty of your lash tech to educate you on how to properly clean your lashes and tell you if you're doing a good enough job. But it's your job to wash your extensions daily with an eyelash extension safe cleanser and keep your lashes and eyelid margin healthy. I'll link a really good cleanser that I use on my clients down below. When extensions are attached to your natural lash, it becomes easy for debris, dirt, makeup, bacteria, residue to hide at the root of your lashes, which then can easily clog your pores and follicles, which becomes the perfect storm for infections. Things to look out for are styes and pink eye, which if you do get this, you can see your eye doctor for. And here's the fun part. Our skin is a microbiome full of bacteria and creepy crawlies, and that includes mites. Now, it's common for everyone to have these mites living in our eyelashes. We like them because they eat our dead skin, keeping things clean, but we don't like them when they get out of hand, causing an infestation and causing a condition potentially called blepharitis, which causes your skin to get red, itchy, and flaky. Although not contagious, it can be tricky to treat, and you can make your skin vulnerable to bacterial infections. Treatment would include taking off your extensions, applying warm compresses, cleaning your lashes twice a day, using tea tree oil, and using a lash cleanser that can help to reduce inflammation. If you could take anything away from this video, it would be to find a professional and trustworthy eyelash technician. Number 2 is if something feels off, don't be shy, speak up, because even the best lash techs miss things. Number 3, if you decide to wear eyelash extensions long term, the best thing that you can do to maintain your eye and lash health is to regularly see your eye doctor at least once a year so they can tell you what's really going on with your eyes. And here's where I want to get super honest with you guys. In the almost 4 years that I've been lashing and the hundreds of clients that I've lashed, I've poked a client once, not in the eyeball, but on the eyelid. I've had a handful of clients with minor irritations like red eyes and temporary burning because their eyelids weren't fully closed because I was new. I've had 2 clients with an allergic reaction which subsided after a week, one with a sty, one client with pink eye who I refused to lash until it went away, one person with blepharitis, no abrasions, and no serious injuries. So I just wanted to tell you guys that so you can get a picture of what really goes on. In my personal experience, the benefits of wearing eyelash extensions far outweigh the risks. I've been poked before, I've had iPads rubbed against my eye, I've been stung from fumes before, but it was never more than once or twice. And I'm happy to report that after wearing extensions for the better part of 5 years, and after seeing my natural lashes without the extensions, my lashes look the same. And eyelash extensions are safe when you are in good hands. They are an easy way to instantly brighten up your eyes, make you look youthful, and look like $1,000,000 any time of the day. You guys, I have way more videos just like this coming your way that you won't want to miss, so be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell down below so you don't miss the next one. Stay sexy and get the dang eyelash extensions, people. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.